let's transition for a second. I know you got to get at. Let's do like another 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's do. I want to play this clip from Alan Hahn. I'm pretty sure you heard it. I believe he was on. I think he was on Knicks Fan TV, or he might have been on SNY with Ian Begley. I can't remember where it was, but I want talking about Quickley's contract. Let's take a listen.
Quick, man.
I'm not surprised, and it's not because either side didn't want to come to an agreement. I truly believe the Knicks, and especially Tom Thibodeau, when you hear him say how much they love him and how much they appreciate his development over the years, he's a great fit for this team, and he's the right, obviously, for the culture they've been trying to build. Quickley also loves being in New York, loves everything about playing here, but this is a business. And so when you have Jalen Brunson on the team, you have a ceiling that's in the way of a guy that might think himself a starter in the NBA. You saw his minutes last year when he did start in place of Jalen Brunson when Brunson was injured. Quickley played great, and he was a sixth man of the year runner-up. Here's a guy that at his age should be thinking about, can I be a starter in this league, and will that opportunity be out there? And when you see some of the contracts that were given out to fellow 2020 classmates, it does make you kind of think from the agent's perspective, from Quickley's, if I'm representing the kid, I might say to him, you know what, bet on yourself and see what kind of opportunities await you in next summer. And the worst thing that happens is the Knicks match and you stay where you love and you are loved. But I'm not surprised, and it's not because either side wants to come to an agreement.
And he got robbed last year.
Especially Tom Thibodeau. When you hear him say how much they love him and how much.
Quick got robbed last year for sixth man of the year because Brogdon didn't play. Malcolm Brogdon, he didn't play enough games.
I agree.
Year. They robbed Quick. Quick was that dude. They always fucking shaft the Knicks, man. They always shaft the Knicks for everything, man. They snub Brunson. They snub Quick. Like, I'm tired of this fucking Knicks slander, bro. That's why.
Me too. You know what?
That's why I want to keep it. I want to keep it a buck. That's why, like yesterday, like during the thread, it was nothing against you because you're my brother. It was just like I just want the Knicks to win. At least you had an era where the Knicks used to win. You know what I mean?
I didn't.
You had the 90s. You had the 90s.
What they want? Where's the championship in the 90s?
But what I'm meaning is that you got to see them win. Like, you got to compare your decade to my decade. And when I was in high school in the 2000s, in teen all the way to my early 20s, the Knicks didn't make the playoffs. At least you got to enjoy it. I was too young when I was watching basketball. I remember like 90, 98, 97, 98, 99 vividly. 2000 vividly, but you got to see those real, like, hardcore Knicks, going to play.
99 was a good year though. But listen, let's get back to Quick. I don't want to get too far off this shit.
My fault.
Nah, you good. Quick is do you see? All right, so look, do you see Quick? Obviously, they didn't come to an extension. Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on this? Actually,
all right, putting everything together. I love Quick. I will not want to see Quick leave. I feel like he was one of the steals of that draft in 2020. When I saw that the Knicks picked up Immanuel Quickley, when they called his name, I was like, holy shit, we got the second half of that Kentucky backcourt, because everybody forgets, if you're into college basketball, Maxey and Quickley, they were nice. They were nice together, I like Maxey a little bit more, but Quick wasn't that far. And he's showing the caliber player that he is. He's showing that when he comes off the bench, he can light it up for us. He showed it tonight. He was one of the vocal points tonight for us, 24 and 6, like we said, and 4 assists. And then in the playoffs, he was kind of because he got hurt. But last year, he was almost 6 man when he started. He averaged 20. You know what I mean? My thing is like, could this be a ploy? Could this be a part of the grand scheme of things for the Knicks? If they do wind up pulling that trade, Flam B, that's you got a salary dump in Fournier. You lose all that. You send all that money to Philly when it comes to the money that they're paying Barrett and Randall, and Mitch. So you got the money now to give Quick. And Quick, I think Quick, he loved to stay here so much that he don't mind coming off the bench. He could be like our Manu Ginobili on a championship caliber team.
I don't think he does. I think he wants to be a starter, man. I think he knows he's nice. I think he knows he's capable. Okay. I think he looks around, like you mentioned, some of his classmates and even his teammate Tyrese Maxey. You see him getting a lot of minutes and a lot of burn over there, and he's probably going to get even more of a role once James Harden, crybaby ass forces his way out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Quick looks at the landscape and goes, I'm a starter. He said that he's been vocal about this before.
He is a starter. He is a starter. But then you have to think about it. If they bring Donovan Mitchell, I'm just looking at your grand scheme of things, the scheme that we was talking about in the whole. If you bring Donovan, and that's gonna be our backcourt, you're gonna bench Donovan over Quick? Hell no.
Right.
So Quick has no option, even though as much as he wants to be a starter, he has no option but to come off a bench and be the starter off the bench
and that's
for
why
that second unit.
And I get that, but that's why I think, as much as he loves Knicks, as much as we love Quick, and I think Quick, Quick didn't have a great playoffs last year, but he got hurt a little bit, and listen, Quick was balling when Brunson was out, and if we didn't have Brunson, I think
Quick could have been a starter.
Quick probably could have been a starter. I don't think Quick is as good as Brunson, obviously, but I think, look, worst case scenario, he resigns back here. He goes out there and sees what he's worth. We have a shot to match it because he's restricted, right? He's restricted. We have a shot to match it, and he's our backup. We give him his bread, and he's our backup. I think Leon Rose and them are gonna let him go out, and they want to see what the market. They don't want to set the market for him. They want him to go out and see what the market is.
Okay,
and then they'll make their assessment on, do we want to pay what this market value is for him, or are we going to let him go to another team? So I think we'll see that at the end. But I think in his heart of hearts, if you ask Quick, he wants to go somewhere else and be. Would he like to be the starter here? Yes. Will he be the starter here? No, because we have Jalen Brunson, not foreseeing any catastrophic injuries to him. So at the end of the day, I think we might see Quick get moved at the deadline. I mean, to me.
Damn, man, I don't want to see Quick go that way, man. But if we do,
I'm surprised he wasn't a piece, to be honest with you, in the NBA trade.
That's why I don't mind adding him. And I know if he goes anywhere, I know he probably wouldn't mind going to Philly because he'll be with his old college teammate. That's why I see him fitting, and that's why I don't mind including him in that trade package. You know what I mean? Another reason, going back to Immanuel Quickley, like, he's just such a great player. A lot of people don't see that because they probably don't see the Knicks like the way we do. You know what I mean? They don't love the Knicks as much as we do. But he's a great player. Like, you put that kid on any team, he could start.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, if he stays with us, he's gonna be a legend forever. Like, I'm telling you, he could. If we built this championship team and we keep him, he could be a Manu Ginobili off the bench for us. He could be easily a Manu Ginobili. People still talk about Manu, and Manu easily could have left the Spurs and started on any team, got the bag for any team. But what he did, he chose to play team basketball and win championships. You know what I mean? And I think Quick is probably that caliber type of player too. I don't know Quick personally, honestly. This is just,
I know him. I know.
I know. This is just ramblings, but I feel like he's that type of guy. I feel like he's the type of guy that would love to stay in New York and help us bring a chip.
I believe that too, but NBA is a business at the end of the day, and he's trying to get his money, secure his family's generational wealth.
Yeah, generational wealth. Yeah.
So it's a business, man. But we tend to get attached to our players, especially these rounded guys, because they're like homegrown guys.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And that we were all emotional, so to speak, when Obi left. If you really strip away the emotion and you just look at the Obi logically, it was a logical thing to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was never going to get minutes over Randall. We went through this and everything, but we as Knicks fans, we get emotionally attached, and that's kind of what this whole show is about. We're not really. We always say this. We're emotional,
of course.
Irrational.
Yeah,
Knicks fans and Giants fans and New York fans on the whole. So
they call us delusional. I know people that call me a delusional Knicks fan. I'm like, I'm sorry. My boys used to make
sprinkle a little bit of logic in there, but for the most part,
you know what I mean. It's that we just a devoted fan base. We want to see our fucking team win. It's been since 1973, bro. We want our fucking team win. We want
barbershop shit, right? You know the deal.
You know what I mean. And it's like, even with us, like, it's no hard feelings. We just feel passionate, and we both want to see our team win. It's just that at what cost? That's just me, because I just seen so much bullshit happen in the last 2 decades. Whack trades, whack drafts. We finally draft some good guys. I still like Phil. I still feel like we should have drafted Donovan. We should have had Donovan Mitchell over Frank Ntilikina.
Oh, we could go down the fucking lineup now. Yeah, we could have Steph Curry. We could have had Ron Artest. I mean,
we could have had Amari Stoudemire from the get, but who we picked up? Michael Sweetney. Who? I'm like, come on, bro. That's the thing why I feel so like I'm giving up everybody. Like it's like we were saying last episode. The Knicks worked so hard to build this culture, and then just to implode it for one dude. That's what scares me. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I don't want Embiid. I want Embiid. No homo. I want that motherfucker on our team. But it's like, damn, like. I just seen the Knicks get shafted and get fucked so many times that I just don't want to see that no more. I want it to be like, yeah, nigga, we won, dog. We got this ring, son. I wanted to see that in my lifetime so bad. Yo, it was so funny that my daughter, she's 3 years old, and when I turned on the Knicks game, she was laying up with me, and she was like, "Let's go Knicks, let's go." Knicks. That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to her.
You know what I mean? That's what I want.
A Knicks fan.
Exactly. So that's why I want her. I want her Knicks not to be like my Knicks in my teens and 20s. You know what I mean? I want them to be winners.